Today, I want to talk about how the FTX tokenized shares still exist in the form of FTX perpetual swaps. I want to talk about what implications this has had for AMC, what we can actually do about it, and how MMTLP may be on the brink of a squeeze that drags AMC alongside. So stay tuned and let's make some money. And now I'll dive straight in with the key information. So, Stonks Batman posted this extract from Reddit that talks about the FTX perpetual swaps. It says they're hiding those FTDs in crypto perpetual swaps, so they don't have to roll over those put options, so they can try and hide those obligations forever. Not only are they trying to hide those swaps and those put options so they don't have to close out of them, but they're also trying to hide the swaps from the authorities, aka the SEC. It says the only perpetual swaps these banks are legally allowed to use in the US is LedgerX. It says LedgerX only exists because of a guy named Heath Tarbert, who was the previous chair at the CFTC appointed by the regulators. It says he's the one that rolled back regulations on foreign swap reporting from the Dodd-Frank Act while at the CFTC. And after working at the CFTC, he immediately got a job at Citadel, and that's his name on the receipt of the exact product he rolled back from the Dodd-Frank Act. But effectively all he really did was legalise these products and not legalise the crimes itself. Now Biggums did some digging on perpetual swaps to explain what they actually are and why they're so popular. It says perpetual swaps are derivatives that let you buy or sell the value of something with several advantages. Number one, there's no expiry date to your position, so you don't have to roll those options or roll those swaps because it doesn't expire. It says number two, the underlying asset itself is never actually traded, meaning they can create as many of these as they like over and above the number of shares in the AMC float. And on top of that, there's also no custody issues either. Number three, the swap price closely tracks the price of the underlying asset and actually impacts that underlying asset price as well. And number four, it's easy to short. So therefore, even though they're not buying or selling physical AMC shares, they're creating these perpetual swaps to short AMC indirectly, creating as many swaps as they like with no custody issues. And we can see the company FTX US Derivatives, formerly LedgerX, still exists and actually created these perpetual swaps. It says here on November 11th, 2022, FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the US, but FTX US Derivatives is one of the few FTX-related properties that were not part of its bankruptcy proceedings. And therefore, FTX US Derivatives, or LedgerX, remains operational till today. So therefore, LedgerX still exists and still has these AMC perpetual swaps. Effectively, this is just one more thing that we found in the long list of problems, and hopefully LedgerX is properly wrapped into the FTX bankruptcy. Now on top of that, Robert M has used the program OpenBBBot to find 1.3 billion shares of AMC currently active in the dark pool. This program shows there's 301 million AMC shares for sale at $12.47, another 160 million at the $44 mark, and another 128 million on top of that at the $47 mark. And if you take all of these numbers in total, it shows 1.3 billion AMC shares currently exist for sale in the dark pools. Now this is just for AMC and it doesn't include Ape shares. Now, if you've done the maths, you'll know that there's only around 500 million AMC shares in the total entire float, way less than 1.3 billion shares. Again, this just proves even more the existence of tons and tons of AMC synthetics, likely in the billions. But what exactly can we do and what options do the shorts have right now? Also guys, be sure to sign up on Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video, using the link in the description below. You can currently receive up to 15 free stocks, entirely commission-free trading, free level 2 market data, and most importantly of all, Moomoo is very easy to use. They've got tons of technical indicators and advanced charting tools. And you've also got free 24/7 customer support, and you can also trade around the clock with Moomoo's full extended trading hours. While a suspended POS tweeted, he said there's two choices for the AMC shorts. Number one is to get out right now, stop dragging out the reverse split, and they effectively escape with less damage. Or they can wait until post earnings and the reverse split and feel the maximum damage on their bad bet, especially as when the AMC earnings are released, it's likely to show AMC as a profitable company, just like GameStop. We know that GameStop rocketed at one point 50% after their positive earnings and profitable earnings were announced. And therefore, if AMC also announces profitability, I would expect at least a 50% gain in AMC as well. He said either way, there's no escaping. He said the bad bet was made and they still have a price to pay for it. Now, in terms of what we can do, it's pretty much exactly what MMTLP shareholders are doing right now in terms of pushing back on Congress. And Junk Savvy has just tweeted saying, breaking news, Congress is now to request the release of the blue sheets from the FINRA fraud. This came from a Spaces call listening in to the Congress meeting where they discussed MMTLP. Congress is going to request that FINRA release MMTLP from the blue sheet haul. And since that was announced, it looks like shorts are starting to run since the request of blue sheets for MMTLP. We can see that as soon as that request was made, MMTLP or MMAT shot up by around 25% in the space of 10 or 15 minutes. Again, this obviously shows the shorts are worried about MMAT squeezing and MMTLP becoming tradable once again, where all of the shorts will be squeezed. Therefore, it looks like some of the smaller shorts have covered their positions in MMAT, worrying about the release of MMTLP. And obviously, if MMTLP does get released and it does experience a proper short squeeze, it may end up dragging up AMC, GameStop, and many other heavily shorted stocks alongside. As I've said in the past, regardless of how the short squeeze happens, whether AMC starts and GameStop is dragged up alongside, or GameStop starts it, dragging up AMC, or another meme stock starts it, dragging up both companies, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that we are fairly given our short squeeze that we deserve. And that is likely why Ken Griffin has been spending millions of dollars on software systems to hide his manipulation programmatically rather than closing billions of synthetic shorts. We know from previous videos the majority of Citadel's employees aren't actually investors or traders or researchers. They're effectively a glorified tech support company. Obviously, engineers have come in to create these trading programs that hide assets, create synthetic shares, and effectively try and rip off retail investors. By doing so, it makes Ken Griffin and Citadel billions of dollars, but he doesn't have any traders or investors to effectively blow the whistle because all of his employees are just glorified tech support consultants. They ensure these algorithms continue to run and run properly, not exactly knowing what's happening as a result. These employees don't really know that what they're doing is effectively breaking the law. They're just fixing these computer algorithms. And that is why Ken Griffin has been spending more and more and more money on these computer algorithms to effectively hide his manipulation. And you may have also seen that AMC is to announce its first quarter 2023 results before market opens on Friday, May 5th. This could potentially be AMC's first profitable quarter where AMC may also announce the payment of a small dividend. I think if AMC is actually profitable at this quarterly release, the AMC stock will rocket upwards. Whether it causes the squeeze on that very same day, I don't know, but it's definitely going to be good news for the bull case for AMC and destroys the bear thesis. But guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always guys, be sure to ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers!